Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Just Mike Plays and welcome to kind of just a little update video, really, just of me talking to you guys as obviously I was away for a long time and then all of a sudden just started uploading again. So to get that out of the way, no real reason other than, as I mentioned in one of the earlier videos, just life really. I just couldn't really find the time to sit down and record some games. And I wasn't really playing much at the time as well. So, I mean, there's stuff like Arena of Valor. I play that a fair bit actually, but I don't know if, there's necessarily, obviously there is a market for people watching Arena of Valor content, but not my skill level probably. But who knows? It might be something I randomly drop on the channel at some point. But yeah, other than that, just very busy with life in general. For those that are new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. For those old timers that have been around for a while, really appreciate people still staying subscribed to a dead channel and still being around and watching the new content. So to kind of give you, anyone who's new to the channel, I play mobile games. Everything you see on this channel is produced by just using my phone. So any video that's uploaded, thumbnail, artwork, all that kind of stuff, it's all done on my phone, so I don't use a PC in any aspects. So there's a lot, even when it is a PC game, it's normally through some cloud-based gaming services. Obviously there's Xbox Game Pass and all that kind of good stuff as well. So yeah, I've got a wife and an amazing wife and two really cool children as well. So obviously I'm busy with those. And obviously all things that life throws at you. In terms of the channel wise, I mean, obviously I've started uploading a Football Manager mobile where I'm trying to get England to lift the European Championship as well as a World Cup before the launch of FM 2025. That seems a little bit more doable now with FM 25 being delayed until March, hopefully, if that still is the case. Yeah, I think that'll be kind of the video that I upload most Fridays, I think. Then I've kind of had a few ideas. Obviously there's the EA FC Empires, which was in early access. That's now finished, unfortunately, guys, so I won't be uploading any more of that until the game actually now gets dropped properly. Then I think what we will do is, obviously, I think once that game drops live for real, I probably will start a series. I'm hoping it takes over the save data from what you've already played in it. I'm not too sure though. I very much doubt it, but I'm very hopeful for that one. If not, we'll start from scratch and I'll kind of catch up to kind of where I was, try and duplicate things as best I can, and we'll take it forward from there. But I'm quite intrigued to kind of get that series going once that game drops live. Obviously, as I said, we'll have my It's Coming Home series on Football Manager Mobile 24. There's a few little experiments I want to do, and there's one kind of based on kind of weird tactics that I want to try out on FM 2024 as well, just to kind of keep some content going up on the life cycle of the FM mobile game until 25 launches. Then I'm looking to bring in on Sunday, I want to start uploading a game from the simulation genre. So I know obviously Football Manager is a simulation of football management, but I kind of want to step away maybe from the sports related ones and try and delve into, there's loads of stuff out there like supermarket simulators, all that kind of stuff. So if there's any good games that you know of, it's a simulation game, obviously on the Google Play Store, then please let me know. Obviously, if there's any on PC, if you can let me know about those as well. And obviously I can see if there's a way for me to play the game over on my mobile, because there's loads of cloud-based services these days that are out there. Obviously anything on Xbox Live Game Pass as well, because obviously I've got that on here. So obviously I can look and delve into the games from that perspective. But yeah, Simulation Sunday, or I might think of a snazzier name, I'm not too sure. Well, I say Simulation Sunday is pretty, it's pretty decent. It says exactly what it is. A little bit like Ronson. And if you get that quote, then you're of my age. If you don't, you're too young. But yeah, I think for the content going forward at the moment, it's just going to be FM24, the It's Coming Home series on the Friday. We'll start uploading some simulation games as of hopefully next Sunday. and then it'll just be some maybe random sprinkled games in as well when I can fit them in. Empires won't come back now until obviously that's properly launched, and there is another game called FC Tactics as well that I'm quite eager to play. There's part of me that wants to do the referee simulator, what it was called, football referee simulator. The series on the story, maybe that could be quite interesting to see how the story unfolds in that one. So obviously if I can squeeze some of those episodes in, I will do during the week. So obviously you're not just waiting from Sunday to Friday, but again, a lot of it is time dependent. And then the only other thing that I kind of was thinking about doing is maybe looking back at some retro games. Doesn't have to be sports game wise, but I'll just boot up my emulation software now. You probably, I don't know what you're watching in the background at the moment, guys, as well, because this is just audio that I am chunting on about as you're kind of watching this. But let me just boot up the software that I have. And what kind of I've got a few bits and bobs like kind of already preloaded onto here. But obviously, if there's any games that you guys think might be worth me playing, please let me know. Dreamcast, I've got one, but it doesn't work overly well. Dreamcast games on here, I will be the first to admit that one. Game Gear, we've obviously got Game Boy. I think this is just mostly Pokemon. No, it's not Pokemon at all. I've got Super Mario Land, the Golden Coins one, Top Gun. So that was for that was for something completely different. So basically, I was trying to play all of the games that make you rage and want to rip out your hair, because why not? Mother 3, Golden Sun, Fire Emblem, Zelda. Some ones that I haven't got the game art there as well. Have I not got any Pokemon games? Oh, there you go. I've got Pokemon Gold, Zelda Link to the Past, Pokemon Trading Card Game. That's a good game if no one's played that one before. GameCube, I've got nothing so far. That's weird. Don't need to look at that. Atari Jaguar, I don't know how well that will work on here either. Sega Master System, we've got, oh God, Home Alone. That's another game that I played for something else. But yeah, Gauntlet, Quartet. Oh, I used to love this game. Super Smash TV, Wonder Boy World Games. Back to the Future 2 as well. So yeah, anything you kind of think of across any of the retro platforms, let me know, and obviously I'll be sure to see if it's doable. And it doesn't have to be sports based. Can be sports based. There's part of me thinking that I could potentially do something around Beavis and Butthead. That's such an amazing game. One of my favourite. I used to play that on PC. It was such a good game. There's part of me thinking that I could do an old Premier League 97 or 95 series. That could be interesting. But yeah, if there's any old retro games that you like, let me know in the comment section down below. And obviously, if there's enough kind of uptake and people want to see it, then obviously I'll be sure to kind of have a look and see. I've got Premier Manager and Premier Manager 97 as well on here already. Sonic Knuckles, Tasmania, I used to have playing Tiny Toons, Toe Jam and Earl, Total Football, Street Fighter 2. Yeah, so loads of really cool games. So I'll kind of think there might be a little bit of people that are watching these that might be interested in obviously delving back into some nostalgia. So yeah, please let me know about any games that you'd like to feature on kind of a retro based midweek content. I'll have to come up with a much snazzier name than that, because that's a very not catchy, is it? Can't have a jingle with that kind of stuff. But the idea is basically I will just be creating content as often as I can, guys. So as much as I want to try and get videos out on Friday for Football Manager, as in Football Fridays or whatever, Sundays obviously simulation based games, and then we'll have kind of retro games or other bits and bobs throughout the week as and when I can, but it's not going to be as consistent as that. I can already guarantee that, because it's just not likely to happen because of just work and life. But yeah, but just please be sure to just get involved in the comment section down below. Let me know of anything you'd like to see on this channel, content wise, and obviously if I see something that springs to mind. In terms of my kind of favourite games, I love obviously kind of simulation games, especially Football Manager, point and clicks as well. Absolutely love a point and click. Like back in the day, Grim Fandango for me was one of my favourites, and obviously that kind of then delves point and clicks are still made these days, but then it kind of grew into stuff like Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human and all kind of stuff where it's kind of story driven point and click. I'd say that it's kind of an action adventure point and click. So there is kind of stuff that is out there that's more modern point and click games. As I said, Grim Fandango, Sam & Max, Broken Sword. Absolutely love the Broken Sword series. So any of those kind of type of games. Retro games, as I said. So the Mega Drive, the Master System was my first proper real gaming memory, as in games that I used to have at my house. So we were a bit of a Sega. Well, I was a bit of a Sega kid. And then obviously my grandparents, they had Commodore 64, and an Atari. So I used to play older games from that genre as well before kind of my time. But yeah, it was kind of Master System was my first. I used to have this weird system as before that one, but I literally can't remember what it was, and I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a bit more digging because I don't think it was like a proper mainstream one. I struggle to always search about it when it kind of pops into my head again. But yeah, so Master System, and then we kind of went to Mega Drive. I did also have a SNES. Unfortunately, I was never an owner of a NES. In my younger years, I have since owned one and played with some. It's got a really good library. SNES has got an awesome library as well. But yeah, Mega Drive was the lot was kind of when I was starting to rent games out and from Blockbuster and stuff and that kind of stuff. So we then moved into the PlayStation 1 for a little bit. I've had a Dreamcast as well. Dreamcast was one of my favourite consoles. That game was so underrated and had such a good library for such a small library. And I wish we would have just seen a little bit more from that console. Then I had the original Xbox. So for me, the whole Sony Xbox kind of PlayStation Xbox divide doesn't really sit with me. I worked in game retail for 8 years of my life, and I'd say I am more of an Xbox fan in total than PlayStation. But that was purely because at the time when the 360 came out, that's when a lot of my friends were playing, so it just made sense that if that's the console they're playing on, that why wouldn't I get that console? Just made perfect sense to me. Obviously, if we're playing online, I want to play with my friends. So there was that kind of stuff. But I've owned PS3, PS4. I've not actually had a PS5, unfortunately, but I also have not got a Xbox Series, whatever they're on now. So I currently still have an Xbox One. That's the only kind of console I've got at the moment. That's plugged in. I have got Mega Drives and stuff. And the kind of console that I suppose I've got to, I did used to own the GameCube as well. The Jaguar is the N64. So absolutely, again, another great console. Nintendo do create good consoles. I do own a Switch as well. I do own a Nintendo Switch. But yeah, N64 do own. Nintendo do create some really good consoles. Apart from maybe the Wii U, that was a bit of an iffy one. Away from gaming, I suppose as well. Actually, no, I don't want to say too much because there's an idea in my head of mixing two things that I enjoy. One video game related, one not video game related, into some amalgamation of a series. So I won't really discuss that too much here because that's something that I've had in my mind, honestly, now for properly. So I actually created a trailer for something a very long time ago, and that's kind of grew in my head all the time, and to the point where I've done a document about it of this idea that I've got in my head, and there's part of me at some point that I'm going to have to speak about it because I don't think I'm ever going to be able to deliver or serve it justice. And I know there's some really talented content creators out there that potentially could use this idea and create some really stunning content from that. And I know there's certain people that have not. There's one content creator in particular in the FM scene currently still uploading as well, who has almost skirted round the idea before. And when he launched that first initial video, I was like, oh god, if this grows into more than this could be kind of what I was thinking. Unfortunately, it didn't kind of go the way that my head was taking it, but it's still a really good, intriguing bit of content from them. And that's as cryptic as you like, and that's all I'm really going to say on the matter. But there's this idea in my head, and it's amalgamating something that I believe not all FM players, because it's FM is quite niche in itself, but the other thing is niche as well. But I think with the right skill set, and I think it is more of a group-based content as well. I think although it can be done by one person, I think it would be much better suited if there was a group of people all kind of contributing to it. But I know that's not giving you much to work on, but it's something that I wanted to do. And I'm going to try and do it depending on how FM25 looks, either the console-based version or the mobile version. There is a good chance that I could try, but it won't be to the scale that I want it to be. And then in turn, I'm kind of hoping that even when I do put this content out, so it is an FM-based save idea, I suppose I'll give that away, that people will see it and maybe look to build on it, and if I could be involved in some aspect, that would be great. If not, then it is what it is. But yeah, anyway guys, I've rambled for far too long. I just thought I'd kind of just talk to you guys because it's been a long time. There's been a big hiatus, and I've not been able to really create any content, and also there's this annoying thing happening at the moment. So I've gone to actually record a video today, and I've hit record and things popped up, and then when there's an advert in the game, it stops recording, but I didn't notice. So I was rambling on thinking I'm still recording, come to look and realised that I've not recorded anything, or it's not saved even up to the point where I got to the advert. And that's happened 2 times now, so I'm a bit frustrated with that because I wanted to try and get the first simulation video out this Sunday, but it's instead you've got this, guys. So I hope it's kind of give you some kind of insight, a little bit more into myself if you're new around here, or even some old people who I may have divulged more information about myself. But yeah, I'll just finish on another kind of thing that some may find interesting. So some of you might know that Leeds United is my team. I know it's probably going to have a few people turning off now if anyone's got this far. I also follow very, very closely a team in MLS called the New England Revolution, who have had the suckiest season known to man. It's been an absolute shambles since Bruce Arena got fired, or left, or whatever they branded it as. An absolute. I'm still not too sure what happened. But yeah, so I follow them very closely. Obviously, I was lucky enough to go out to watch them play last year. The president of the club, Brian Bellello, invited me out, flew me over, paid for me and my family to stay in a hotel. It was really, really cool. Had an amazing time. I met some people that I've been talking to online for the past 4 or 5 years as well, so that was really, really cool. And a family that or a gentleman that I've been speaking to and his family, I got the chance to go and meet them, and it was amazing to kind of spend some time with them. Since then as well, there's so some, or very few of you, because I do have another social handle as well, which is kind of where I talk around all things New England Revolution. I have a little bit of an obsession with the state in the US called Maine. It's again very lucky last year to get to fly out to Maine. Also visited New Hampshire and Vermont as well. I believe I actually uploaded a video of my first Boston trip here. Then back in October, so that was in May, and then October I did revisit America with family, and we get to go and visit Maine, New Hampshire and Vermont, and I'll be putting some lovely imagery on that if I haven't. Well, I definitely would have done already about those trips. So Maine have actually for quite a while now, not had a professional team as such in the soccer arena. So they announced the team a while back. It was called USL to Portland, and then a few months back they branded, came out with the badge. They've also then since announced the kit provider, and the launch of the inaugural season shirt goes on live on the 21st of November. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how the first kit design comes out. Either way, I'm purchasing it. It doesn't really, I'm hoping it looks nice, but it's being purchased either way. So I'm hoping that obviously next year, so their first season in USL 1, which is obviously like League 1 over here, I will hopefully be looking to attend a game. I want to make it the first game. I very much doubt that's going to be possible though, due to scheduling. Will probably be at a time where I won't be able to take time off my work. But yeah, for sure, I definitely will be heading out to Maine to go and watch Hearts of Pine play at Fitzpatrick Stadium. 100% that's on my list to do next year. And I honestly can't wait. It's such a good project. The ownerships, I've had a few good chats with them. They've done things really well. They've literally based it all around their community. Everything's like the whole city of Portland is just built in and entwined in everything that they're doing as well. All local partners. Obviously, it's run by a local guy. He has got relevant people in from other expertise from elsewhere, but mostly where he can do it's all local and community based, community driven. So really looking forward to that. But guys, I've rambled for far too long. If any of you got this far, then you're an absolute legend, and I really appreciate any support that I get on this channel. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up now. Hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, then obviously drop a like and all that kind of good stuff, and I will catch you guys in the next one.